Good news, guys. My dogs came home. They finally decided to join me back in the house after running around because someone left the gate open when I let them out this morning. Yay. Okay, so I'm on my last web check for the day, and then I will close my clinic and move on to writing an article for a magazine. Yay. Okay, so I am going to look at Advocates for Clean and Clear Waterways. And I don't know this organization personally, so I'm interested to dig into the website and figure out what's going on and how it works. Now, if you are watching this and you would like your website to be reviewed in the same way, all you have to do is leave a comment and let me know. I mean, you can direct message me, whatever, and I'll put you on my list. Okay, so I'm using both my gut and also the Perfect Nonprofit website checklist to go through and evaluate this website. And then there's a couple other little tests that I'm going to run on it as well. So let me share my screen and we will get started. Share screen, share screen, share screen, share screen. Okay, isn't this a cute site, friends? So cute. Okay, so on first glance, I love this thing. Okay, so I love the video back here. It's appropriate. It makes sense because what we're doing is we're promoting having clean and clean waterways. And I also like the name of the organization. It makes sense. It just all makes sense. It all ties together. This is great. This right here, this tells me what they've been up to and how they're doing and what my donations are going for. So this is perfect. This is what you want to have. Like, we can use this as a, benchmarker here. And I like the pictures too. The pictures show me results. Look at that. They went out, they cleaned stuff up, they got results. They had their mission right away. I like that there's water back here. Yes, you guys are killing it on this homepage. It looks great. You have your contact information down here. Good work. Good work. The only funny thing that I noticed is that the kayakers are going backwards on the river. See, look at them. They're going backwards. That's not how they go. Anyway, but I have to tell you, small side note, I got out in our kayaks last weekend out in our little river/lake house. And I was so in my happy place when I got out there. Dang, I was like, I've missed this so much. I'm so happy for summer to come so that I can enjoy the water and be out in the kayaks with my kids, tootling around. Love it. Okay. So also, there's a contact button up here. Good job. There's a way for me to sign up for email updates right away. Good job. Donate page right here. Good job. About page, home page. Okay. You are checking my boxes. You are doing great. All right, so the only thing that I found that I was like, what? So I got in here and there is no tracking that I can see. Maybe you have tracking and I'm not familiar with the name of it, but usually people would use Google Analytics tracking. So install that on your website. You will not regret it. It will tell you what's going on your website and what people are doing, and it will allow you to make good decisions. All right, so homepage rocks. Let's look at our interior pages. I'm clicking on About. And anybody who has questions, you can put them in the comments over here. Nice photo at the top, friends. Very nice. Who we are. This is easy to read. I like this. Yes. Okay. So you've got a picture of each of your team members. It's really good. I can click on this and email you. I like that. Clickable things are exactly right. And I just love that you have actual pictures. And yes, that's so great. Consistently formatted. Happy volunteers doing what they're supposed to do. Great photo here. Love this. Your partners. This looks very good here. It looks like your partners all link out. This is how life should be. Yes, okay. So you're winning so far. This is great. Good job on this section. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Let's move on to the next section, I guess. Jeez, I don't even have anything to complain about on this site. It's just real good so far. All right, let's click on, so report, volunteer, contact. So you guys don't really have a services section. Ooh, it slides me down, that's fun. So this is like report an incident, like something that you need to go help clean up, right? Once again, your photos are great. Nice job, friends. I like that there's a form right here. It's easy to find. There's no question. Send my report. Nice. You even have like a button that doesn't just say submit. See, this is good. So if anybody else is like, what do I put on my button other than submit, Monica? I just learned this the other day from Julia Campbell, watching one of her Facebook Lives. She was my guest actually on Facebook Live earlier this week. She said that when you're thinking about what you want to put on your button, you're finishing a sentence. So you start with, I want to, and then you fill in the blank. Or you want to fill in the blank. Now, what's interesting is I just read a report that says that your works better than mine in conversions. I don't know. I'm going to try it. Worth an A/B test, right? Okay. So I don't know if you need a services section, but would it hurt, I guess, to have a services button and underneath it, you could say, we are on demand going out and cleaning up areas. If you have an incident to report, click here, because it's pretty clear what you do, but I'm not 100% sure maybe how you do it, but that's what I'm guessing by looking at the site. Anyway, so I'm not saying you have to do it. It's a small suggestion. Okay, so then regular updates to the website. I see that you have a place for people to email for updates. Okay, and you have events here. I'm wondering here, like, do people know that if they click on volunteer, it's going to give you the schedule for sign up? I don't know. It might. They might know that. You could test that also and have clean updates and volunteer. And volunteer would be, hey, here's what our volunteers do. They're totally awesome. Meet a volunteer or two. And then clean updates would be clean updates, right? I want to see what happens here. Oh, cute. Okay, so then we sign up. Yes. Volunteering the dates. Very nice. So do you have to add a new date every single time that it's added to this? Okay, let me rephrase this. So when you're updating this website, do you have to add a new checkbox for every single date, or do they automatically pull in from the list of dates? Because if they automatically pull in, that is so awesome. And if they don't automatically pull in, that would save some time. Yeah, either way, I really like this. And I like the way that these are formatted. And I like that I can RSVP for more than one event at a time on the RSVP page. Yes. Okay, and I even like that you've got pictures of masks in masks and stuff. So you've clearly taken new pictures recently. You're showing people that, you know, you're still doing your work even though COVID hit, which is awesome. So clearly I am in love with you guys. I don't, though, see where the updates are. Maybe you have a blog someplace. Maybe I'm missing it. I don't know. Even just like including a social stream someplace on here would be really nice. Just information that's updating on the website so you can let people come back, like other than your events. You could report on event cleanups. You could, you know, report on incidents. And I do know that on your homepage over here, you had these, but I cannot click on any of these things. This is kind of neat though, that it like pulls that in there. Anyway, it's always good to keep adding stuff to your website so that you're showing up in search engines well. There you go. All kinds of things that you can put in there. Okay, so contact, let's look at the contact page. Oh, it's at the bottom of every page. Okay, so you guys handled this in a really good way. A lot of people, they don't they're like, oh, well, we have a contact form at the bottom of every page, so we don't need to have a contact link. That is wrong. I feel like that is wrong. I feel like you did a good thing here because you were like, hey, we have it at the bottom of every page. We don't feel like we need to have more stuff on the contact page itself. And so we're just going to scroll people down to the contact page, but we're going to give them a link from the very top. So you're winning. Okay, friends, winning. Oh, okay, so this is good. Look at what you've done here. You guys are smart. Okay. I like how you have this information that's like, hey, look, your donation does a lot. It's important, right? And a lot of people on their donate page will just be like, donate, just donate. But that's not what you did here. You said, hey, your donation is important because of these things. And you have pictures of like baby birds and fish and stuff. And that's great. Okay. And it's right on your website. And that's what we want. This slideshow is, or this video is great. So yes, good job on this page here. Do we have donate call to actions sprinkled throughout the site? I mean, you have it up at the top all the time, but would it hurt to also put it like down here sometimes underneath stuff or to the side and be like, hey, you can contribute and help keep our doors open? Just remind them again, because I know that you've got it up here, but sometimes like putting it in the right place at the right time is like think about a shopping cart. People who bought this also bought blah. Okay. And then I look at that thing and realize it's actually what I really wanted. So sprinkle it throughout. And then success stories. Are there success stories sprinkled throughout the site? So we had it on the home page, but then we don't have it anywhere else. This is really cool stuff. I feel like you could share it in other places. Like, for example, let's say on your volunteer page, you had a quote from a volunteer. Let's say that you're trying to get more volunteers who are my age, right? So think about those people, they have kids. Ask a volunteer with kids to give a quote about how awesome it was, and you could put that here, right? So just thinking through how you could use some success stories about what you're doing throughout the site, you know, that would be good, and it would show people that you're doing great things with their money just continually. You did a great job of it on the homepage. I think you can do more of it if you want to. Okay, we already looked at events. And then, yeah, and I don't know, do I need to know anything else about these events? I'm asking myself. Let me go back over here. I mean, it tells me where they are. It says what time. Hey, and I don't know that I need anything else. Do I need to know anything else? I don't think so. I think that's enough. You probably send me an email after I sign up, right? So that would let me know. And then odds and ends. So do we have a privacy policy on here? If you don't have a privacy policy, then and you are using Google Analytics tracking, then you need one. Since you are gathering people's content here, contact information, and in this form, a privacy policy isn't a bad decision. You just link it from the footer of your website. Don't have tracking installed. Okay, so let's look at what this thing looks like on mobile. All right, so this is where the rubber is meeting the road here. This does not work on mobile. Remember that most of your people who are visiting your site are going to do it on mobile because they're they're not businesses. They're not doing this at work. So I'm going to look for you on my phone just to make sure that this site isn't doing something weird on my computer that it would normally do on a mobile phone. So Waterways Advocates, searching website. So things are, I mean, they're okay on a mobile phone. It just wasn't doing it well there, right? Yeah, things are okay on a mobile phone. I feel like this is good. I like it. I like it on a mobile phone. You did a nice job. Very nice job. Okay. So yeah, it is mobile friendly. it wasn't behaving that way on my computer, which is why I checked over here. See, friends, sometimes just moving the edges around doesn't work, right? So you actually have to look at the stuff on a phone and make sure that it all works, and it certainly does. All right. So next up, we're going to look at load time, and I have not ran the test yet, so you guys can see how the testing works. Click here, test your site. There you go. I'm going to make sure that there's not any questions over here. Does anybody have any questions right now about what in the world I'm doing? And or maybe you want to have your site reviewed, you can put in a comment or direct message me. All right, so this page I have to reload, and then I have to test over here too. And we'll do this test. Mobile. I like looking at an iPhone X. I mean, the only person in my house that has an older phone than that is like my 6-year-old. Oh no, I've never had this happen before, where it just like wouldn't generate a report. Let's try it again. See what it does. Could it be because I left the screen? Fingers crossed, friends, fingers crossed. So what this report is going to tell me is it's going to tell me how fast things load and what might be slowing the site down. And load time is super important. We want to have a fast loading site because especially on a mobile phone, people don't have strong internet. And honestly, like Google, if your site takes too long to load, it'll stop showing it to people because people will stop looking at it, right? Okay, so things are good out here. You are doing a good job. So this B score is great. Performance 80, 85% structure. This is really good. I'm not sure that I would show this video on mobile. It loaded on my mobile phone and it made the experience a little wonky. So you may ask yourself, how needed is that video on a mobile device? Because it will impact mobile load time and slow it down. It is great on a desktop device. I really like it. I just don't usually put videos at the top of my websites on a mobile device. And then your speed time is awesome. You're knocking it out of the park. Okay, so now we're going to look at the waterfall and we're going to see if there's anything that we can do to make it faster. So I'm sorting by size here. So these videos are real big. See how big they are? Just make sure that you have compressed your video like as far as it can go. And then anything that says, and it's kind of hard to see right here, but so that's a WebP, it's JS. So what I'm looking at is if you look all the way over to the end of these things, I don't see any, and I can't move this column over. I'm looking for images that, let's click on images, that might be big. So most of your images are actually like really well sized. If there's one that's a little bit bigger, so this one's a little bit bigger, right? You might be able to compress it more, you might not. Okay, this one I know you can compress more because it's not a big image, so it shouldn't be quite that big. So you can use the same report, it's totally free. And if there's an image that's like more than I think more than 100 is a lot, but I'd say 70, then you can go through and you can scale it, like shrink it down before you upload it again and compress it. There's different programs that you can use to do that, and then it'll shrink it and it'll make things load even faster. Okay. Oh, look, here's the picture right here. I don't even have to click on the URL. Well, that's just fancy. So you learn something new every day. All right, let's look and see what it did for mobile. Did it even load? Yes, it did. Okay, so our page score on mobile is lower, and see our load time is so much slower. And so part of that is just making sure that everything is ready to go on a mobile device. Once again, when I'm looking at the load time, so taking this video off of your homepage and shrinking this collage, see how much bigger that is here? This can definitely be shrunk. What is that? Yeah, so it's even reporting it's even bigger over here on mobile. Why would it be bigger on mobile? I don't know, friend. I don't know. But shrink that picture, friend. So you can run a report like this for each one of your pages and kind of just check out what might be slowing it down. I think if I were you, I would just take the video off the home page and it would be just fine. You could just have the pretty graphic at the top that, you know, like you could have a picture behind it and together we unite to clean a nation, get involved. And that's all you have and no video behind it. And I think people would have a really similar viewing experience on a mobile device because you just don't see the whole video anyway. Okay, so that is all I have to say about this website. You guys did a great job. You thought of a lot of things, and I can tell that you really care about this site. So good work on it. And if anybody else needs to have their website reviewed, then just, you know what to do, right? By now, you put your website in the comments, and then I'll put it on my list. And now I can take these friends off of my list. So that way they don't need to have me review their websites anymore. Okay. All right. So everybody have a great weekend. And thank you for joining me in my web check clinic. Peace out.